It's week 2 of our Mandalorian Star Wars Vintage Collection reviews, and this week we're looking at the Death Watch Mandalorian. The way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
Hey out there, action figure fans. We I got it figured back with another Star Wars The Vintage Collection review. I'm running a Mandalorian or Mandalorian adjacent review each week while the Mandalorian is running on Disney Plus Season 3. And this week we're looking at VC219 Death Watch Mandalorian. So this guy I got from Hasbro Pulse. I got 2 of them. But I only get over one. And this guy was, instrumental in rescuing Din Djarin as a kid. That's where this card art comes from. The flashback scene. And like I said, he's VC219. Here's the cross sell. We did Ahsoka Tano Corvus last week, and a long while ago I did Fennec Shand, and I have all of these guys, but yeah, I'm focusing on the Mandalorian. So of course, we don't need to go into this crap. It's just crap to me. I don't read it. I don't care about it. I wish it wasn't there. But this is modern times, and this is how they want to do it. So there we go. Back to the Mandalorian, Death Watch Mandalorian. The cult that recruited Din Djarin into it, to where he can't remove his helmet. The Death Watch version of being a Mandalorian. Those guys inhabit the moon of Concordia, or at least they did before the Empire devastated the planet. And so, that's sort of their story. In the Clone Wars, they were, who was the guy? Vizsla. I forget his name, but the Vizsla guy, he was like the leader of the Death Watch. And they were co-opted by Darth Maul, or should we say Maul, because he was no longer Dark Lord of the Sith, having been cast aside for Count Dooku or Anakin Skywalker. But less said about that, the better. So we're going to get the Death Watch Mandalorian out and take a look at him and see what we got. All right, so we've got the Death Watch Mando on the turntable with his accessories, like we always do. And I gotta say, man, these latest Star Wars The Vintage Collection figures, they're knocking them out the park. They're like, if not all new tools, they're mostly new tools. They could just make a bunch of Boba Fett figures and call them different guys, but they're not doing that. They're making, unique figures, more or less. The Death Watch Mandalorian comes with this pistol, which is the same pistol that Bo-Katan comes with, but it has like a brown painted handle. I don't believe hers does. And then he comes with this rifle or carbine, like he had in the show, which is very similar to the to Boba Fett's rifle. Just it's got it's a little different, but it's similar to Boba Fett's carbine. And taking a look at the figure, his target finder articulates. And he's got his Death Watch logo jetpack, which I'm sure is removable. Sticks in there good. That's nice. Nice detail on the back of the figure. Nice boots. Head looks down. Doesn't look up that well. You don't have to bend the figure for that, but usual vintage collection articulation with the new. A lot of figures are getting the ankle rockers and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he articulates well, and I don't know. I'm always going to be a 1/18 scale guy. I just think 3 3/4 inches the best bang for the buck. I get that at 6 inches you can kind of do more apps and things, more detail, but you know, you can buy a lot more 1/18 scale figures and display them and everything like that than you can 1/12 scale. So that's kind of, you know, why, while I am more or less abandoning collecting the vintage collection in the quantities I was collecting it in before, you know, I can't completely stop. I'm gonna, you know, I always get major characters and that sort of thing. I don't want to reiterate stuff I said in other videos, but that's kind of how that's gonna happen. But look at this guy, look at this pose. I mean, it's, you know, it's pretty decent pose. Let's see if he can stand on this pose. Need a little help, but more or less. So yeah, very nice figure. Right out of the show, the Mandalorian, and he looks great. I'm glad I have two. I might even open the other one. I don't know. If I do, I will probably want to customize the other one and make it look different, like a different character than this guy. This guy is sort of like the guy that rescued Din Djarin, even though we don't know who this is. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, he's a good figure, poses well, comes with great accessories, looks authentic to the show. I don't know what else, you know, what else to tell you. So I'm going to move on to final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on the Death Watch Mandalorian. I think it's a nice update to the Mandalorian corner of the TVC universe, and I'm quickly coming to the point where I might want to display these guys just as a kind of a sub theme. And in future reviews, I'm going to, you know, compare these figures to other guys with, you know, other Boba Fett like guys or Boba Fett himself, stuff like that. I'll do comparisons because I'm just getting kicked off with these. I haven't been bringing you know, figures to compare them with, but that'll change. All right, so way I got it figured, Death Watch Mandalorian. I mean, man, it's hard. You know, I hate given like a lot of high reviews and a lot of low reviews or whatever. But everything's trending high right now, man. This guy's awesome. I like him. I really like him a lot. I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9. I don't know. That seems good. I don't think he's an 8. He's better than an 8. I'm not sure if I could give him a 10, even though there's very little reuse. In fact, I think because he's first, there's be other figures that are doing the reuse. Like when I look at him, I kind of see a lot of Axe Woves here, but we're gonna put that to the test. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9. I like the look of the figure. I like the color scheme. It pops, and it works well as an action figure. Mandalorians are very toyetic, so yeah, there you go, 9 out of 10. All right, guys, that'll do it for this week's Mandalorian video, but there'll be more. We got 8 weeks of Mandalorian, and I got 8 weeks of videos, so settle in. And if you like the content, if you like the other videos I've been doing, please consider subscribing, hit the notifications bell, and leave a comment. I love comments. I respond to all comments. There's not yet a comment I have not responded to, and I don't see that changing in the future. So let me know what you think about the Death Watch Mandalorian, or the sort of Mandalorian sub-theme of the vintage collection they got going here. And, we'll open up a discussion. All right, till the next video, everybody stay safe, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.